here. I have two bad knees like Stone Cold Steve Austin. I have a pacemaker. I am, I actually at one point I was almost 500 pounds, but then after my mom passed, I started taking care of myself a little better, and I lost some weight. My doctor's appointment I went to, I'm at 397. That's pretty good. That's out of the 400 range. Still some things I got to work on. It's tough. I can't get around like I used to because my knees sometimes bother me. But like I said, I'm done. That's it. I should. The closest thing I had was raising my nieces and nephews. I take that. I don't have them in my own, but hey, but we got here. This is from my man Lawrence. And he says, this is out to Lawrence. He says, go get little fella future Olympia. Yeah, we hope so. Also, also, we have this from a man, Diverse Adam. He says, I should get that push-ups bar like that so that way I could super pump up of my chest. Yeah. I think I need to. I don't know. I get issues with my shoulders. I mean, I got a spur this one. I got a hole in that one. I mean, I'm falling apart. I'm just it's a broken old piece of meat. So
you gotta just keep moving that body.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, like Rocky Balboa, keep moving forward. So what was that feeling when they announced that you are now IFBB Pro?
I froze. I froze because I didn't know. I was just thinking to myself, did they just call my name? Did I hear that right? And I didn't know how to react. I was frozen, and I didn't want to cry because I'm an ugly crier. So I was just in shock. I was loving every minute of it.
The thing is,
feeling.
Well, that's an emotional time. You got to think about. I know you only been competing for about 2 or 3 years.
3
I
years.
know. Yeah, I know some women who compete 10, 15 years, 20 years, and they are just so because they put in the time and work into this sport. And yes, you have the right to feel like, you know what, I did something that most people won't be able to do. Because one thing about bodybuilding, you have to follow the consistency, the diet, the repetition, the discipline. Motivation is one thing, but if you have discipline, that's the one thing that helps you. It just this sport. I keep saying, it's so much into it: the mental part, the physical part, the financial part, the emotional. It can drain you, especially again the the financial part, because you and your husband did 3 shows this summer, and then you got to travel to a show, qualify here. I know I was talking to some people with the USA. There was like 600 bikini girls at that show. I mean, it was crazy.
Yeah. I don't want to add it up to see how much we spent this year.
You don't need to.
My husband was, I don't want to hear it.
Well, he's the one who wanted to get into it, so he's also responsible too. So he shouldn't be complaining. So you accepted this because, like I said, I wish there was more opportunities, especially financially. Because, like I said, for you ladies, compared to the men, all John got to put on is a pair of banana hammocks and tan, and that's it. He's done. You as a woman, as a competitor, you have to put on. You got to get your hair, your makeup done. You got your suits right there. That's a pretty penny. I mean, sometimes there's so many expenses to this, but to be in this sport, you have to love it. I know there's not much get back from it, but if you enjoy what you do, it shouldn't matter about the cost. And also, I know raising 3 kids, you're a smart woman. You understand how the price of money, both of y'all do. And what was your career before? What did you do before you got into this, seriously?
I just really volunteered for the kids' schooling, and I was a stay-at-home mom. I did everything for my kids, for at school, driving them around when they need to go. I volunteered for a theater group, children's theater group, for 10 years, doing specialty makeup and running that. And yeah.
Well, you got to think about now. The kids are grown. Maybe the 20-year-old, he still lives at the home with you.
He does. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I shouldn't say anything about it. I lived with my mom since till today she's gone. We lived in the same place for almost 30 years. Your mom, like I remember this, somebody told me a long time ago, said, George, you live with your mom Say, yes, yes, ma'am. Well, son, stay with your mama as long as you got to do. Go as you got to do as a man, but always come back home to your mama. So yeah, but yeah, it's good that you found what you're interested in, the things that kept you going, and the support of like your family and friends. That sometimes can be people that understand the sport. When people think about bodybuilding, you think about two people: Arnold Schwarzenegger, Lou Ferrigno, Terminator, Incredible Hulk. Other than that, most people don't understand it because I
Yeah.
know, like your mother, like you say, you through your background, your mother very traditional. She said, "Sweetheart, why are you getting so muscular and big?" I just don't understand that. So and it's just something I think people don't understand.
Yeah, they don't. I mean, they've been around my husband long enough to see him, but I guess when it came to me, it was shocking. So every time I would see him, they would be like, "Oh my gosh," but it's funny. Even my friends, they all respect it and they support me. They probably wouldn't do it themselves, but they try to understand as best as they can. Same thing
Well,
with me, but
yeah,
I
well,
enjoy it.
yeah. Well, it's not a sport for everybody. Like I said again, you have to be disciplined. I know
Right.
temptation is one thing, especially when you're prepping. Like you're dieting, you're eating. I saw what y'all were eating at the IHOP Waffle House. But what
Everything.
was yeah? What was that thing after? What's that thing you love the most? Especially, I know Dave. He's a smart guy. He checks you out for refeeds and cheat meals. What's that thing, Sharon? That thing that's really that calls you. That things that especially when you're prepping your diet. That thing that just sometimes it just you can't deny yourself. It calls on you. It just like chaos and anarchy in your life.
Actually, it's nothing crazy. I don't think, but all the times we were in New Jersey, I had to get the bagels. I had to get the bagels and the pizza in Jersey. Um, but yeah, bagels and oddly fruit because I don't get to eat any fruit during prep. And as oddly as that sounds, that's what I would crave.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
pancakes always hit the spot. So
yeah. Carbs. I know with fruit, I think some people say because it causes inflammation, especially in the muscles. That's why most competitors don't eat fruit too often.
yeah,
Um, you
yeah,
know, the bigger thing, like I said, y'all bodybuilders, you love your carbs. It's like carbs is like crack. Say,
yeah,
yeah,
it's bad. It's bad. But I have a lot of food sensitivities, so I know the carbs are not really good for me.
yeah. I can tell you, I get older now. I don't drink milk much anymore. I still eat cheese, but
Mhm.
I don't drink milk. Just something. It's just ugh. But yeah, everything that comes together as a bodybuilder, it's a thing of the process. You have to be complete. You understand your rest, recovery, your diet, your training, um, the regimen of the sport. You have to really focus because, like I said, there's so much to this that people don't understand. Like most people in the mindset of is like it's about steroids and this and that and the other, but that's only a small factor. I keep saying to people when you talk about steroids, it's easy to pick on bodybuilding because it's obvious, but it's not the old be all of the sport. You see it more in mainstream sports. Just had the Olympics a while back. They have a lot of issues with that every so often. There's other competitions where they do non, enhancements. It's just about the process as yourself, as an athlete, as you grow and as you develop. And you understand this is not a race; it's a marathon.
Mhm. Yeah, it's all about, you doing the best you can, sticking to a diet, see if that diet works with you. That's why it's good to have the dietitian. And I think Dave's been doing great with me. And, everybody's body reacts differently. I think
Yeah.
great, your food, your supplements, vitamins, working out, it all makes the changes.
That's the thing. You look, you see these changes that you grow and develop. Like you see the muscles, you see the development. Which is you feel like is your best physical asset in your opinion?
On me,
hmm
my calves. I like my calves.
And which thing you feel like you need to work on the most?
Oh, just growing, you know, building up. I'm usually more of the petite one out there. So, and just 3 years in, so working on getting my upper body, lower body a little bit bigger, making my improvements, and see what I do for next year.
Yeah, that's the thing you got to work on. One thing you work on your strengths as much as you work on your weakness. And when you're training, what's your day-to-day like when you're training? What's that workout you say, you know what, I love this workout. I just love it. And that one would say, shit, why I gotta do this one? I hate it. I can't stand it.
Well, I actually love them all. The longest one, Sundays, is leg days, and that takes about 2.5 hours for some reason. And it's like it's half your day right there, but I love it. I enjoy all of it.
Whenever I hear a lady say they love leg day, I say this: you're a mutant, Sharon. You're a mutant. No one likes leg day.
Awesome. The next few days after that is a little rough, but
you feel like your legs are like rubbers. It makes.
Yes.
I always talk about this. I mentioned this is the funniest episode of Chappelle's show when Charlie Murphy meets Rich James in the club, and they go back to Eddie's house, and Rick is messing up Eddie's couch. Says, "F your couch, Eddie Murphy. F your couch." And Rick and Charlie and Eddie beats Rick's legs. He just and Dave Chappelle's crawling out of the house like, "What my legs, Eddie Murphy? What my legs, Charlie Murphy?" That's I think a day for a bodybuilder, But if you love it, God bless you. That's what I say.
Hey, the pain without the pain, then you didn't do a good workout.
Old saying, no pain, no gain.
No pain, no gain. There you go.
Hey, we got a comment from my man, Davis Adams. He says, "It's good for your push-ups, George. That's how you get strong, dude. LOL." Yeah, okay. I'll say, I had an interview with a lady with a dog. Dog kept coming in. It's nothing new. I've been doing this for a while. But yeah. What kind of dog you got?
I have a pit bull and 2 French bulldogs. Sorry, I dropped.
That's all right. The pits, the French bulldogs look cute. The pits, those are hope he's a good dog.
Oh, she's the sweetest one around. Yeah, they're crazy.
See, that's one thing. I think people talk about how but it's about the people that raise them. It's different from. It's all about the people who takes care of an animal, as a pet. If you don't treat like we grew up with dogs. Like my granddaddy had hunting dogs. They're pretty good dogs. And when it was time to hunt, they know what they need to do. Mm-hmm. But with any animal, if you raise them right, treat them well. Like I said, dog can bite even the hand that feed it. But if you treat it right, I love you for the long as you live. Shout out to my man Davis. He's agreed. He says, "Yeah, that's right." Thank you. So, like I said, you're working with Sheila. You're working with Dave.
Yes.
So, what do you feel like the plan is now for you?
The plan is working on improving myself, and get myself ready for next year. My husband John and I have started doing some personal training, and it's motivating and it feels good to help others reach their goals and help them with nutrition as well. So we've been working on that, and we have some other great things that we're working on that I'm not going to say yet because it's not complete, but we're really excited about it. And yeah, if you follow me on my Instagram at Sharon Fricchione, then you'll see our big surprise down the road.
Well, I hope so. I mean, like I said, this sport, you really can find yourself a life in a sport. A lot of ladies get into personal training. Some become coaches. Would you want to coach people for lifestyle change, or you think you want to get into the competitive mode, like what Dave and Sheila does?
A lifestyle change. Just to stay healthy, get toned. If you want to build muscle, just making healthier choices.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And especially for my age group, it's important to keep working on the body.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And moving and being healthy. But yes.
Yeah, because there's a lot of women. I think the last few years, there's a growing number of women coming to sport later in life. I interviewed a lovely lady who's 59. That's Robin Mays, 59 years old. You wouldn't think she's 59. Renee, you wouldn't think she was her age. You wouldn't think some of these ladies I've interviewed, you wouldn't think, say, "Hey, how are you, about 30 something?" No, I'm 50. Say, "What?" So are you about 40? No, I'm say, why y'all look so? Because it's a healthy lifestyle, the choices you have to make. The
Mhm.
extreme part of the sport, that's one thing. But what comes with the sport is better looking, better health, better conditioning. Not everybody can do what y'all do, but
Right,
if you
right.
can help somebody make different changes in life,
Mhm.
to be motivated to get into shape. I mean, that's a good thing. I mean, like I said again, this sport is a lot to it to learn. Like it's anybody, like I said, we just had the Olympia about a couple of weeks ago. Is anybody in the sport you really you follow that you like other than Sheila and David? Somebody you like a fan of, you really admire that you see up there on stage?
I love watching Sarah Vegas. There's so many good ones out there, but I love her symmetry and body and everything. You know, um, there's so many good ones out there. I can't just pick one.
Yeah, it's tough. There's some many amazing ladies. I mean, competitors. I mean, but one person I always going to be a fan of. I can't help it because I'm a simp. I know it. I admit it. She's just so beautiful. I would love to meet her someday, and that is the lovely Miss Andrea
Oh,
Shaw.
Andrea Shaw, she's
Oh,
fantastic. I love watching her grow through the years. Yeah.
yeah. I think she has. I like this. She's like the fifth element. She's perfect. Sherry's. I like Sarah Vilgas. What she's doing for her sport is pretty good. Putting up money for the trip, like for the Texas Pro, representing women's bodybuilding. She was the one that, and when they was going to kick out women's physique from the Arnold Schwarzenegger Classic, she said, I want to put up the money and maybe try to keep our division there. But
Mm.
Arnold, he had his own thing, and like I said, these women and men who in the sport, you gotta respect what they do. I mean, like I said, this is tough, especially like yourself. You have family, you have responsibilities, and you got to find time to train, to work out, and to, it's just so much to this.
It is. It is. But it's a big sacrifice and time consuming, but I love doing it. I do enjoy it. I think it's great for to stay in shape. I never thought at this age that I'm at that I could get into that shape that I get into, and the the abs that I had that I never had when I was younger. That was the best part, just rubbing them every day.
So by age, we all know you're 30 years old, Sharon. Let's admit
Yeah.
it. Like I said, as a general, we never ask somebody's age. We mind our business. So, but yeah, I think everybody who gets into sport understand what's involved in it. Your husband, he's been doing it for a long time. He understands it. And I hope maybe someday he does get his pro card. I mean, it's a great opportunity because this is a sport of the elite. You know, people who get into sport understand the factors of it, who respect the sport. That's a good thing. Some people, like I said again, didn't understand it. Especially, like I said, I have talked to ladies say they get people that talk about it like, hey, yeah. But this is a lovely lady here, folks. Beautiful woman. And his thing is, if you're not as passionate about something like her and her husband are, then you shouldn't say nothing about it. Mind your business. This is about what they want to do. And I know, like I said again, sometimes friends and family may not understand, but if you don't understand, support their decisions, support their choices. Bodybuilding is not for everybody. You
Right.
know,
Yeah.
and if you can, respect that, that's good. But if you can't, then shut the hell up.
You tell them, George.
Yeah. Like I say, when I have conversation with y'all ladies, I hear a lot of things. They talk about things. It's tough because and it's good that you have support of your kids, your family, your friends.
Hmm.
You have your husband standing by you because you're both going through it. Most people will never understand what it is. I would never understand. I don't think I could do what y'all do. Diet like y'all do because I do. Like yesterday, me, my nephew, and my sister went out and did our laundry, and after we done, we went to a Chinese restaurant because he had to pick us up for my great niece in high school, and I had a big old plate of Chinese food sharing. It was just like I eat all at one time. Here, there. But that's the thing about when you get into it, you have to have self-control. You have
Hmm.
to understand all the aspects of the sport. And you've been doing it for a while. And I know it's tough, especially being a woman. One thing is like, who's your trainer? Who you working with as a
My
trainer?
husband's my trainer.
So that's
John.
good.
Yeah, he's my trainer, my motivator. He pushes me even the
And who,
days
tra-
I don't wanna.
and who trains him?
He trains himself. Even
Mm.
now is training time. He's working out right now. So I'm already in trouble that I skip training right now. So I
Well,
have to.
he could have came in and sit for a minute, if he could have had time. But maybe next time I have him on, if he wants to come on, you can talk serious story. He'd be welcome. Like I said, I focus more on your age, but I wouldn't have a problem having guys. I have guys on here before, but I have a saying: it may not be the age, but I'm down with the ladies. So but it's like I said, one thing. It's good that he supports you. I think some people do get a coach that, so they might get that other eye. But you got guys like Dave
Oh,
Sheila. They can give you aspects that you might miss. That
absolutely.
they know, as she has been an Olympic competitor. Dave's been in the game for a long time. If you follow Dave, he posted this. It was on his RX Muscle, where he was like an episode where he was on Conan O'Brien. He's green like the Hulk.
Oh,
It says,
yeah.
Hulk, what love? Hulk need love. Hulk ain't love. Hulk ain't love. Laughed my brains out. I know some people know him pretty well. He's a pretty good dude.
He's a great guy. Yeah. Yeah.